Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, and Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Yes. Hello, I am Quinton Crawford. I am one of the authors of in Reader's Magnet. I'm author of 3 books, 2 published by Reader's Magnet. Let me close one door behind me. Okay, sorry about that. We're all on this sort of Zoom thing here, like at home. We've got to think about our backgrounds a little bit. This is one of my books called The Global Situation. I understand, and I chose the picture, purchased the picture for the exact purpose of the dramatic look that you see here of our planet. We are, as we already know, heating up. Climate change is a real thing. I'll go over some of that in a little bit. I've also written a children's book, of which I am curious to know where I placed my copy. Just a little while ago, I was on the phone and put it down somewhere, and it's gone. I got one of the book marks that Reader's Magnet has published for me. Here we go. Somewhat see it there. Hopefully that is good enough to you to be able to visualize it. They're both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and I'll briefly go over each of those 2 books. By the way, I was just on the phone with one of those other traditional publishers, which is curious about they're curious about getting the rights to my children's book. One of the advantages of being a part of Reader's Magnet, and as well as I guess a few others, is the traditional publishers look for how successful your book is. And my book was given a rating of 8.6, which is what I was told. And the normal rating is 6, so I got good chances now. So I'll leave that there. I wrote each of these 2 books partially because I'm a global thinker. Think globally, act locally. It's one of the phrases that it's kind of stuck with me for years. I so I have a question here. See, from Fairgrower 68841. Let's see. 1 second ago, is that a children's book? Yes, this book is a children's book. Hopefully you can see it correctly there. I'm not sure if you can. Muchi the Suchi Visits the Peace People. It is on my website, which I will put in the private chat in a moment to you. OneGlobalBook.com is my website. And I have each of my books posted there. Reader's Magnet was very gracious in creating my website. I've had a few old ideas, just suggestions that I sent to my my agents within Reader's Magnet. I have to say both Jam and May did an excellent job, so at least so far, as well as a former person, which used to be within Reader's Magnet. Give praise and thank you to Rain as well. If you're out there listening or watching this, both books took me several months to complete, and there's some all-nighters that I've done with creating each of these books, both the children's book, Muchi the Suchi Visits the Peace People, and the environmental science book, actually called The Global Situation. Sorry about the glare. It is daytime where I am. I'm not sure where you are. I'm in California. It is now approximately 4:12 in my time. Yeah, I did spend several all-nighters on each of these books. The children's book took me the longest amount of time because as an adult, I no longer think as a child, even though I'm a teacher. But I think about the grammar and words that the kids, the age range that I chose was 7 to approximately 12, 13. Well, 12, really, because 13-year-olds are a little different. Chose that age range because maybe I've kind of had my thoughts mainly towards them, especially concerns from the girls. Because I've noticed when it comes to world history, which is kind of what my children's book leans more towards, noticed that world history was focusing more on boys and men only. It's the typical story in most of world history as it's written so far. Time to revise that. That's why I titled my book Mochi the Suchi, which is an alien character, visits the peace people instead of the war people, which typically is what is the case when talking about men in history. I have a question. It's posted by Fairgrower 96324. Oh, 24 seconds ago. Sorry, I missed delayed there. How did publishing your first book change your process of writing? Okay. My very first book was called Knowledge for Tomorrow. Different publisher than Reader's Magnet. I didn't know about Reader's Magnet until much later. My first book, Knowledge for Tomorrow, was created based on the essays that I had completed in my bachelor's degree program in college. I got standing ovations when I had to do presentations to my peers in my class. Even my professor was really impressed with my my writing. Um, I figured after I graduated, several years later, I was thinking about all my essays and all the good praise that I got. Um, didn't expect from my presentations, especially my essay called "Disrespect for Nature." So I decided on my 40th birthday. I'm 10 years older now. Surprised right now. I decided um, way back then, about my 40th birthday, probably about 2 days before, that I should put everything together and make my own book. It's, some friends of mine, professors, and they have their books, published. And um, one professor is Professor Manu M. Pim. He's one of my best friends. One of the top archaeologists or primary researchers in the world. Um, I decided to put my essays together. It took about, I think about a year. So get everything together right, find the publisher, which that one turned out to not to be the best total. I probably shouldn't say the name of that publisher right now, but it's okay. I did what I could, and somewhat it sort of changed my process of writing a little bit, because I was the time I figured out how to bond my essays to different topic areas and put them in as chapters, and then expand on a bit on for each of those chapters. And I was done, except for the cover, which took me another 2 months to figure out. Let's see, 1 second ago, Fairgoer 1449. Let me see. Question is, how many unpublished and half finished books do you have? Okay, thank you for the question. Unpublished. Let me just say I have 3 in mind. I'm trying to grasp my mind around the next children's book right now. Since my first children's book dealt with more of the focus for girls, which tend to be the more avid readers, or at least what I've noticed. And as for boys, it tends to be more stories about heroes. I've been thinking about how to design the next children's book, which should be one for mainly for the boys. I'm as a male, I do have some concern. As a teacher, I have concerns for all children. Thinking about the boys, I need to write about, well, something to help the boys towards becoming men. I know there's a few books out there like that, and I need to research a bit more before I really delve into writing the children's book, which probably won't be fully done until sometime middle of next year, which I'm assuming, because the writing process and the research that I need to do. I need to look at psychology of boys and so on. I got to get really deep into things, as well as looking at boys, how they're developing, how I developed, and as a simple way as possible. There's a lot to do in the process. The other two books, I'll talk about those in a little while. Another question I have here, Fairgoer 1449. How many hours a day do you write? It all depends on the book and how my writing flow is going. I don't limit to particular schedule. That's not really a way to naturally write. It's an art form as well as a science. That's the way I think about it. The hours, I spent some days, as I've said in some radio interviews, I've spent a whole 24 hours, actually 48 hours up and writing. Maybe taking a break here and there to eat or go to the bathroom, or maybe a short 1 hour, 2 hour nap, and I'm back at it. I'm assuming that I'm just getting, my body's getting prepared to do that again. So a little bit after Christmas, I'm sure I'll be back down on the grind again. I can mention the two other books, the three books that I'm planning on doing. One, of course, as I mentioned a little while ago, another children's book, mainly focusing towards for boys. Another will be called Passive Genocide. And other would be Volume 2 of Knowledge for Tomorrow, my first book that I did. I just talked about a little while ago. That's going to take a while. 16 seconds ago, I had a request from Fairgoer 688 in here. Said, well, that's a whole lot of research of your books. How many months would it take for you to finish your books, especially this Knowledge for Tomorrow? Okay, Knowledge for Tomorrow, the second volume. I'm assuming it's going to take me 3 to 4 months to complete. This is an assumption based on experience and the scope of research that I have to undergo. And so now the library's open again. Now that thanks to the pandemic, kind of not. We know the pandemic, what it was done with our libraries and other locations. With the library and the bookstore, Barnes and Noble locally here in my town, they're both somewhat shut down in the health department of our county. Now that they're both back open again, I can utilize them for the research that I need to do. Probably a few purchases here and there. I'm assuming that's going to be done in June or July of next year. I'm assuming that. No, I can't say 100%, but I'm just going to assume that that's going to be done about that time. One of the call that I had before I begun this program was concerning Volume 2, and one of the traditional publishers possibly may want to take that as a project that they want to do. And well, we'll see. I need to thank Reader's Magnet for getting me higher up in attention by those other traditional publishers and maybe some other people that I think I've got some report that I got a few more purchases of that book. Not sure if it's straight through the website that Reader's Magnet has created or not, but I'm happy. Another question I have, Let's see, Fairgoer 688, 18 seconds ago. I think it's the same person. So you have a new book coming up. What is it all about? Please tell us more. I'm interested. Okay. The only books that are, well, I have 3 published right now. Knowledge for Tomorrow, Muchi the Suchi Visits the Peace People, which I showed you in the bookmark. There you go. And The Global Situation, which I got a copy of the book right here. There you go. So these 2 are the ones my highest attention right now. I do have an autobiography, which Reader's Magnet is in the process of creating, fixing up with the one of the stages of creating the book for my approval before it gets published. And that book probably won't be available until I'm going to assume February, according to the timing and the scheduling of everything that's going on right now. So any more questions out there? I'm definitely open. I wish I had a copy of Knowledge for Tomorrow to show you on the screen right now, but I seem to have misplaced it somewhere in my room here. I'm sure I may have to just order another copy for myself. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm planning to be on again in tomorrow, about 11:30 in the morning Pacific time, 2:30 Eastern. Hopefully everybody will be available. Let your friends know. Tune in. I'm gonna get my link as soon as I can to send it out to other friends and family. Let them know that I'll be up here. So that's it for me here. But if you enjoyed my information, I'm trying to get as much possible out to the public I can. Thinking about what happened to me in 2018. Let's see here. I'm taking this as my second chance in life to get some things right and help getting things right. So if you have a book in mind to write yourself, try to do it. These people, Reader's Magnet, and I'm sure there may be others in other places, may be willing to help you get your message out. Leave a legacy. Thank you. Okay, let's see here.